Good morning, children. How are you all? Today we will be learning few more points related to grammar and writing skills. Again, let me tell you, these exercises are related with the lesson number 1, A Daughter's Love. Now let's start with subject and predicate. Now children, what is a subject? Do you know that? Let me tell you. The subject tells us about the person or the thing that is doing the action. Okay? Let us read this first sentence of the exercise. Cordelia was surprised to meet King Lear. So what is the subject over here? Cordelia. In the next sentence, Lear looked at her in astonishment. What is the subject here? Lear is the subject. Why? Because the entire sentence is based on this particular word, Cordelia and Lear. That's why the entire sentence is telling something about the Cordelia and Lear. That's why the main thing, this is Cordelia and Lear, these are the subject, and rest of the thing, let us know what are they? They are called predicate. So what is a predicate? The predicate tells us something about the subject, such as the action done by the subject or how the subject is. My dear children, for example, let us take this first sentence of the exercise in which you need to circle the circle the subject and underline the predicate in the sentences given below. The crocodile swam lazily in the river. So what is the subject? The crocodile. This has to be circled. And what should be underlined? Swam lazily in the river, because this is the predicate. This group of sentence, swam lazily in the river, tells us about the crocodile. That's why the crocodile is the subject and swam lazily in the river is the predicate. So children, here you have to solve this exercise. And remember, this is an interesting one. You will learn so many things with the solution of this. Now children, let's move to the next exercise, which is based on pronunciation. Now students, it's time to do some pronunciation practice. In this, we will pick syllables. So children, what is a syllable? Let's check it out. A syllable is the sound of the vowel that is created when pronouncing a word. Did you understand with that? A syllable, let me repeat, a syllable is the sound of the vowel that is created when pronouncing a word. So, in this way, so children, to check this, we need to pronounce a word slowly. How? Slowly. To find the breaks that we are taking while doing that. As the full word is, let's check out the first word. The first word is visiting. You can see in the tally, the first word is visiting. So, while pronouncing this, we will tap and see the sound of vowels. So, how many breaks are there? Because we need to see the breaks and the tapping. You must be having any table or the copy. There you have to see how many times you are tapping and how many breaks you are taking while pronouncing this word. This is the only formula to understand the syllables. So children, the first word is visiting. Now let's see how many breaks we are taking. Visiting. How many? 3. There are 3 syllables and 3 breaks. Got it? Now check out the second word, that is remembering. What is that? Remembering. You can clearly see it in the tally. Remembering. Now let us go through it. We will do the same practice again as we had done with the word visiting. Let us speak it little slowly. And we need to do the tapping also. So don't forget to do that. Remembering. Remembering. So how many breaks and tappings are there, my dears? There are 4 breaks. That means 4 syllables are there and 4 tappings are there. Got it? Isn't it interesting? Now will you be solving this exercise in your homework? I will be checking it. First you solve it. See, the words are generous, dearer, overjoyed, category, and so on. So first of all solve them, and then I'll see how my dear children are doing it and understanding it. So first you have to understand it well and then solve it. Okay children? Now let's move to the next exercise, which is forming the small words from the big words. So the word is being given here, fatherhood. And I know children, this you have been doing for so many years, I think, because you enjoy making the small words from the big word. I have seen it in the class also. So the word is fatherhood. Now you have to see as many words you can make with your intelligence, and you have to write them in the column or in your notebook. Okay? I just want to see your creativity. So what you have to, I will be giving you one example. See, the word fatherhood, you can use fat, H-E-R, her, father, hood, like these words. See, I have given you 4 words, but no, don't try to copy them. You make your own new words using this big word, fatherhood. Okay, children? Now, let's move towards the writing skills. So, first of all, we need to see what we have to do in that. First of all, we'll take this as, in this exercise, you have to seek information of any of your friend and follow these points. Got it? What you have to do? You have to find out a friend or anyone, your cousin or anyone else, in which you have to seek information, and you can see in the corner it is being written, seeking information. How to seek the information? Asking these questions or thinking about these questions and write in about 80 words. What are the points which will be included in that? First of all, introduce yourself. Give a brief introduction of your family. Say 2 things about your first class teacher. List 2 of your favorite hobbies. List your favorite storybooks. List a few games that you like to play. Now children, these points you need to ask from your friend or your cousin or somebody else, anybody else, and then you have to write them in a paragraph in about 80 words. Got it? 80 to 85 words you can write. So like this you will be doing a beautiful paragraph writing, and you will be learning this writing skills. Got it children? Now let's move towards the last writing skill, of this lesson, and that is an informal letter writing. Got it? Informal letter writing. Now, children, in the informal letter writing, here you are picking up few points because you are writing a letter to your father, and the points you have to take are, suppose you have to remind your father about the mischief you have done. Suppose you are small children, you can do any mischief, and your father is living in another city. So what you have to do is, you have to imagine all this, okay? So what you have to do is, you have to remind your father about the mischief, whatever the mistake you have done. And second point, you need to apologize for that, because we should ask for forgiveness from our parents if we do any mistake. In the third point, explain what led you to realize you were wrong. So you have to write the consequence, how you came to know that you have done a mistake, and you have to ask forgiveness, right? In the fourth point, promise not to repeat your mischief. Again, the same thing. You have to say sorry, and sorry means you will never repeat this mischief again. Any of the mischief. You have to imagine, actually this is it is a writing skill, it is an informal letter, and you are imagining. Okay? The last point is express your love for your father, and that is actually should be done, okay? Because parents are everything for us. So let's start to understand how to write a letter. This is a model letter, and while writing a letter to your father, you need to keep few points in your mind. The first point is, my dear children, your address, because your father is living in another city, your address, city name, pin code, etc. The second point is, you have to mention the date with the year, as you can see it in the page. The third point is the salutation. That salutation means the way you call him, you call your father. Okay? You call your father, dear Papa, right? So like this you can write. You can start up your letter. The fourth point is content of the letter. Okay? Whatever you want to write using those given points above. These were the points given, and here the content will be coming. The fifth point is the subscription. Like you are ending the letter with some very good words like love and regards and yours always, like that. And at the end you will be writing your name. So my dear children, like this will be ending the informal letter. It is a great exercise, and you will learn how to express your feeling in a letter. Okay? An informal letter, and while it is being written to your father, it's a beautiful thing to be done. So my dear children, I will be giving you everything in the writing also, how you have to keep the points in your mind while writing a letter. But still, these pages are being given to you, and you have to think and write, first of all in your rough copy, and then fare it out in the notebook. Okay? So thank you, my dear children. It's a bye-bye from now, and let's meet you next week. Okay?